Afternoon, Mr. Blow. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Mr. Matthew Blow, 28 years old, second year teaching here at Beacon Hill Elementary. I'm a fourth grade teacher. I teach alongside Mr. Oscar Aviles, and yeah, that's me.
All right, thank you, sir. I really appreciate you taking the time to answer some of these questions.
Of course.
Question one. What strengths do I bring to teaching?
We bring a lot of strengths to teaching, sir. Obviously, you're a successful person. You've had a successful life. And one of the strengths that you bring is your desire to duplicate that in your students. You want to see them as successful as you've been. You want them to go for their everything, their full potential. You track every student's success. You set goals with them, and you help them achieve those goals. You want them to get to their highest level, their highest possible level, their full potential. I thought that was something good. I saw in you.
All right, sir. Appreciate that. What are your aspirations for our work together?
Obviously, we want to see everything that we worked for pay off. We want to see it. We want to see the kids that we've struggled with all year get over the hump and well beyond it. The kids that we've individually set goals with and planned for and planned with. We want to see those kids succeed, not only in state testing, but also in the classroom and in their grades, in their day, in their as simple as it gets, day to day, at home, even in their personal lives. We want to see our kids succeed.
What are your aspirations for the students at this school?
At this school, pretty much the same thing. Obviously, because of where we're located and the kind of school we are, the area we're in, we're disadvantaged when compared to obviously schools in other locations in town. And but our goals are the same for our students. We can't use that as an excuse. We don't want to. We wouldn't dare. And we hope that every student, as many students as possible, every student that we can get past that hump, we would get there. And we would get all of our students to desire their full potential. And just getting all of those students to reach their goals, the goals that we set for them, and believe that they can accomplish just like any other student, no matter where they are in the city.
What's something I've done really well in my work with you this year?
Well, you've been there whenever I needed you. When I wanted to plan more toward the beginning of the year, and I was looking for somebody to plan with, to set goals with. You were always there and willing to get together, drive and chat it up, make some plans, have conversations about our kids, just kick it. And you're always there for me in that way, and that was something I saw in you. Professionalism, it rubs off, and obviously learned quite a few things from you, in my second year of teaching, and as it's yours as well. And just your desire to be on top of tracking your students and making sure you know that they also know right exactly where they're at all times. That's something that's important. I think that hits the question.
Thank you. What's something that I haven't done well in my work with you this year?
We haven't dropped the ball much. That's a hard one. I think that as a grade level, all of us can work on some things, and we obviously live busy lives inside and outside of school. But planning is essential, and I think that that's something that we can all work on, not only as individuals, but also as a team, a fourth grade team. And that'll make us stronger individually in the classroom, and which will obviously then increase our scores as a whole grade level. And that's something that we all want to work for. So that's something that goes for every student, every teacher here at Beacon Hill.
When was the time you felt most valued by me?
Again, toward the beginning of the year, when I was just kind of stressed out about not being able to have enough time planning, collaborating as a group, and like I said before, you were there to make that happen for me. We were able to meet up and discuss the week plans, the curriculum, and what we should do as far as putting some plans together for our students.
And just to be fair, when was the time you felt least valued by me?
So the time you stood me up at Starbucks and I was there playing all by myself all night. Actually, I'm just kidding. That didn't happen, sir. You've always been there for me. And I've always felt that value. You're a man of integrity, and it shines in your work as well as in your personal life.
Which issues do I see most focused on resolving?
Fixing the gaps. You know, you've got some students that need to grow. You know which ones those are. Obviously, with your tracking, they know who they are, which is a good thing, I think, also. And you do seem focused on closing those gaps, getting those students from point A to point B, and over every hurdle in between. I come into your classroom, and I see you focused on working with those groups, those kids in small group, and I think that that's important. It's a very good thing to be focused on resolving those gaps, just those gaps.
What blind spots do I have regarding my work?
Well, I'm not always able to sit in here in your classroom and observe, so I'm not too sure about that. I don't really know how to answer that question. Blind spots regarding your work. As far as I can see, you're pretty much on the ball. You're working with your small groups. You don't neglect the kids that are still high. Your kids know where they are. You know where they are. Your desire for them is great. They know what it is. They can see and feel your passion. I'm going to have to say no comment on the blind spots. I don't know how to answer that one.
All right, sir. Well, thank you
Thank you, sir.
for taking the time.
No problem.